Okay, I'm recording. Okay, so this is our first lesson. So I haven't recorded a first lesson yet, but I guess we can kind of start with like some backstory, some goals, things like that. I will say, if this is the type of lesson where it's like you just kind of want advice on like matchups and stuff like that, I can do that. Um, but
Okay.
we can also go deeper, of course. Like, I haven't done too many like one-off lessons. I've done one where it's just like, okay, you want to get better at this matchup. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about that, and we're not gonna get into like the nuances of things. But it all depends on like what your goals are and what you're looking for.
Okay. Um, so like I definitely am really into the game. Like I play like every day probably.
Yeah.
So like, and that's been going on for like 7 years. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
playing a while. So I'll probably like I think like just getting better at one matchup, like there's specific questions I have about playing Falco versus Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but there's definitely some like more fundamental things, I guess, if that's what you mean by separating, like looking at just the matchup or for
Yeah.
like different things. Yeah, like there's definitely parts of my play that are probably just like not where they should be in general when it comes to like probably reacting to stuff in neutral and
Mm-hmm.
um because I've tried to like watch a bunch of Drug Fox lessons and do some of the various stuff like that, I guess. And so if you notice things like that or something, I definitely would love to hear it, like not just to be focused on the matchup.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
specifically, I did want to look at some Fox versus Falco or Falco versus Fox stuff
Okay.
today. Um,
Well, I know
so
you
the first,
are. Oh, I'm sorry.
oh, no, 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 keep going.
I was just gonna say, like, I know you're like a higher level, like player, everything like that. I've played you. I've seen you play, and
Okay.
um, like so we probably won't have to go over too much of it, but I do want to stress like the fundamentals of things, just because like they're gonna come up in like almost any interaction we go over today.
Okay. Yeah, no, that'd be great.
Um,
Definitely would be great.
but like you say, you've watched drug class lessons. A lot of times he's like the stuff he talks about is where I start as well, just because I think like the fundamentals don't change. So
Mhm.
like you understand what like reaction points are.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, how well would you say you are like kind of using them?
That's like been a work in progress, I guess, for like the past few months.
Hmm.
I think that I'm probably not super effective at it yet. Like whenever I watch myself play, like it's what I'm working on, I guess is just what I mean. So I'm
Yeah.
probably not very good at it yet, but I'm trying to be mindful of it. So if you see it come up, like please let me know. And there's if because maybe there's some stuff I'm missing too.
Oh yeah.
Um, so yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. I my guess is like if you understand it, there's not much you're missing other than just intently doing it over and over and over again. Because
Right.
like an issue I had is like I took drug class lessons for a while, and it wasn't until just like in January where I got really better at the reaction points, because I'm the type of person who, if I understand something and if I can do it, then I move on from it. I very rarely train it to the level of like me being able to do it subconsciously,
Okay.
you
That makes
know?
sense.
So like with this reaction point thing, it's like it is something you do have to train over and over again. And something he told me is that like when you feel like you got it down, that's when you like double down on it to make
Interesting.
sure
Yeah,
you have
that
it.
makes sense. I think that like there's only a few spots where I like look to do it in my play like right now. Like when I'm lasering, like when I'm like dashing back in spots, is like when I'm like
Mm-hmm.
looking. But there's probably like because
It's
every time I
everywhere.
watch one of his, there's something that he points out, and it's like, oh, you could have been looking at them while you're doing this, and I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that. So yeah, if it comes up, definitely would be down to hear it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's everywhere. It's in edge guarding. It's in recovering. It's in
yeah,
your
edge
fundamental
guarding.
game.
That's one of the things I wanted to talk about really too, because I think there's a lot I'm not reacting to when I'm edge guarding and recovering.
Okay.
Um, so that because they're like the one I posted that I said I wanted to look at first is like an FD game that I played versus lowercase hero, and there's
Okay.
a lot of spots where like I think I got what would be a pretty good position for edge guarding them, and it's just possible that I didn't really react to the situation correctly, and like it barely doesn't work out for an edge guard, and I feel like that happens to me a ton versus Fox.
I gotcha.
Um,
We can definitely like talk about edge guarding. I kind of I guess with students, like the best lessons are the ones where it's like they have something that they want to like focus on. Because
Yeah.
like I mean like melee, there's like 100 things going on in like this game,
Yeah.
and we can focus on one. But like if you have like a focus like edge guarding, and it's like perfect. Like
Yeah, no, specifically like I guess like my goal for the lesson would be like I really specifically wanted to look at my punish and my edge guarding because I think I get so many openings in the games that like I kind of that probably don't go the right route and like don't lead to like the best outcomes.
mm-hmm.
Um and so that would be great. And just if you happen to like just notice, I guess that I like totally misplay something in neutral or something, like please let me know that as well.
Okay.
My goal for the lesson, I guess.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, let's get started then. Like we'll watch. Oh. Well, yeah. Like if we want to talk punish, uh, I guess to start, something that I have learned with Falco is that you have like your S tier openers, and you have like your C tier openers. And in my opinion, down there at low percent, early down there, is not an S tier opener. Like you want to get like down there shine and everything, but like majority of people are ready for that. They are smash the down there's away. They are like holding shield and have really good shine at shields on down there shine at low percent. So like if I were to get this down there, I would be expecting them to smash the eye. So like I might turn around, grab here, put them at 35%, put them in the air on FD, and go from there. But
Okay.
like it's a bit greedy to try and get your zero to death from like not a zero to death starter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, like, I guess my question too for that situation is like, once I hit that first shine, like, would it be better to just shine them again to get a little
Yeah,
more percent to go for the dare?
yeah.
Like, is that what, like, do you feel like you would do that or do you feel like you'd go for the
It
down
will.
air and grab it
Yeah, I mean, in this specific situation,
since he's center?
like in this specific situation, I could see myself doing another shine. I could also see myself reacting late and doing a downer. So it's like I don't want it to be like super robotic which one you should do or not. If you're trying to be optimal, then yeah, I do think another shine would be better. Like a JC shine, and then you like downer shine after that.
Mm.
But I just think whichever route you are going to take, like this downer, for example, you just have to know that like this isn't going to be like it shouldn't always be like your big like starter. It feels like
Right. That makes sense.
there are some like some foxes who will like DI in here, and you could shine them. Maybe you can react to that, but like they'll also get hit by the grab as well. It just feels like the grab here, or like trying to outplay them in a different way. Like sometimes you might downer here and then dash back and then whiff punish this grab. Like that's another like interesting way you could outplay that. But it's not a situation where it's like you can guarantee get this downer shine every time. There's like the nuance of the smash GI does play like a big enough factor.
So, is there reasons, I guess, that you would go for the down air after instead of just shining again? Like, because, like, what would be better, I guess, about going for the down air and playing around the grab than just, like, shining again?
You can down air, you can late down air. And I think if you lay down there, then you can like JC shine to smash the eye away.
Okay.
You can also up tilt. So like, like let's say this sort of like Yoshi's or something, and like we're over here, kind of under the side platform. I might not grab. I might up tilt and then opt for like a tech chase after that. Like that's something
Okay.
I've done a lot. So it's like it depends on like all the context. Like center stage on FD, like yeah, you probably want to either get another shine or a late downer. But if that is not the case, if you are taking a route of the early downer, then like you're gonna get a worse combo on average.
That makes sense. That makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense, actually. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and that kind of sucks. So like you just kind of get reverse it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. We can talk about Edgeguarding. I think this was fine. But like here, your laser was like intended to hit him here, right?
Yeah.
So the way edgeguarding kind of works is that I don't know. Edgeguarding is so like kind of nuanced to talk about because it's not like a black and white situation. There were so many things that could have happened here, but if your laser was intended to hit a specific thing, when you're wrong, you have to know you're wrong. So like this is a situation where like I just would have shielded, or I would have set up for like turn my back, set up for up tilt maybe. But like yeah, and it's like if we're using our laser as a reaction point, which we should be, like we can count this. Like you're doing your laser now, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. By now you should have noticed that Fox is too low to get hit by the laser. It doesn't necessarily matter what he's doing down here. He could be up being, he could be like steel falling, he could be side being, sweet spotting. But like you should have like a contingency for when this laser misses. And then you can like go from there. So like my contingency in my opinion here is like, yeah, you can turn your back and you can set up for an up tilt. But then like you might let them sweet spot to the ledge. That's fine. You can't cover everything. You can turn your back and you might see that they're up being. And if you react to that well enough, then you can cover, you can do like 50-50 coverage, like grab ledge or like let them up be on stage or at you, cover that. But it's like you have to follow like the steps when edge guarding, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I think that what comes up a lot in these two is like I go for lasers on side Bs and it feels like they jump in a slightly different way than I expected or something, and then my laser doesn't hit, and then the edge guard like falls apart from there, like what you're saying. So I think you're definitely right.
But like also like yeah, if we're gonna talk edge guarding, we should probably just kind of start at the beginning, where like the way I view edge guarding is you're always checking which resource they burn when you pick your option or pick your starter. And in this case, Fox has like a few different resources. He has his double jump, he has a shine stall, he has a side B, his up B, and he has him falling. And like I count falling as a resource because like obviously you can't fall forever, right? The more you fall, the less you're giving up. So like here, when you do your starter, and your starter in this case is like your wave dash off, you need to be checking which resource he burned. And the resource he burned was double jump, so it's like you no longer have to worry about like a shine stall or whatever. You don't care about like this side B at all either. So it's like he's burned his double jump resource. Okay, now all he has is his up B, his side B, and his fast fall or no fast fall, right? So like when you do this and you can notice that he's like down here, you need to like kind of go to the next part. Does that make sense? This is kind of hard to explain, but like...
No, I see what you're saying. I feel like I understand what you're saying.
Okay. I have actually some examples prepared for this, for edge guarding specifically. And this is an example of like a good edge guard versus a bad one. And not because of like the success of like actually hitting it. It's just like one player does not follow the system correctly and the other player does. Like this is Magi. And I shine stall and she runs off shine stalls. Like we can just watch in real time first so you can see everything that happens. And you can see if you kind of like see the mistake.
So I don't know. When I look at this, I guess the way I see it is happening is like the Falco edge guarding just was wrong about the timing that they were gonna jump out of the shine stall and back air.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they were wrong. But like the important thing is like you have to know that your starter is wrong. Like her starter was a shine stall here. And it's like that does not line up with my shine stall because you're lower than me. I'm the one who can wait you out here.
Oh, okay.
So like this Falco gets one guess here, but after this Falco has to know that he's done. Right? Like the Falco's done here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the mistake that Magi makes is she tries to forward tilt after and kind of like cheat the system or whatever. Oh. And this is what's leading to like potential reversals. Yep. You know, this is like bad edge guarding in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. But you think the first part was fine?
The first part is fine.
Of going for the...
Because it's just a read. You can't like guarantee like anything here. But it's like when your read does not line up with them, you have to know that.
Yeah.
Like the whole point of getting like a good edge guarding, in my opinion, isn't like the success rate. It is how like it's not getting reversal. It's why I think Cody is like really good at edge guarding Marth, and it's not like he has a 100% success rate, but he has a very very high success rate of never getting reversal. Like that's good edge guarding.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then next situation, I actually line up perfectly with her. Like my starter in this case is me standing still. That's a hard read on like her delaying or like Falco delaying. Now if Falco had did double jump side B immediately instead of the shine stall, then I know I lost. My starter is wrong. I no longer have like the luxury of still kind of getting this edge guard the way I want to. But I know I cannot get reversal. I might dash back and shield, you know. I might dash back and laser.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I think a lot of people kind of get caught up on wanting to punish everything when edge guarding. And it's like, man, there are like so many delays. You can hold your shine stall for really long. You can double jump inside B early. You can double jump high and fast falling inside B. You can double jump inside B a platform. And you still have all your up Bs. It's like, when you break it down, like this is no different from neutral. Except someone just has some advantage. But like even then, it's like there are still a ton of things that can go like wrong or right in this situation. So like I don't know. I encourage you to not view edge guarding like in a super black and white way. There's a lot of nuance to it, but it really all comes down to like your starter and if your starter is right.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't thought about it through this framework like at all. Typically, I would just try to like cover something with laser or an aerial, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, kind of.
Yeah.
So this gives me a lot to think about, definitely.
Yeah, but like here, it's like I confirm. I'm like my read is that she's gonna shine stall. I'm like okay, cool, because when she shine stalls, it's like if I'm not already off the stage, she's like burning her resource. She can only stay down there for so long before she can't double jump inside B to the ledge anymore. So I just go at the timing where it's like okay, you no longer can keep shine stalling if you want to side B. Now she could have double jumped back and up B, and it's like, you know, I'm gonna take that. Like, I'm okay with that. I can double jump back and laser. I still have you in a good position. Like, and you can't reversal me from that up B. Like again, that's the really important part. But I'm cutting off whatever the reversal is here.
Like, so if she had decided to not do the shine stall and she like did the immediate double jump side B, like then you would have just reacted and shielded, and that would have been not getting reversaled. Okay.
Yeah. And like, this is it's the same with like recovering as well. Like here, let me show you a good save state for this, just to kind of explain this more. And also here, one second, because I have an example of like bad edge guarding as well to like really drive this whole thing home. Mm-hmm. I love talking about edge guarding because I've just studied it like quite a bit recently, and I'm like, oh, I've been edge guarding all wrong for a very long time.
Yeah, that's perfect then, because that's definitely like the weakest part of my gameplay versus Spacies, I think.
Mm-hmm.
For Falco especially, but that could be for another day.
Yeah, I'll find it, because there's an example of Mango doing a really really bad edge guard. Here we go. So look at this. So like look at what Mango does. He grabs the ledge before I even burn the resource.
Okay.
So he's giving up any sort of threat on this up B. And my goal is like when I'm recovering, my goal is to like be able to recover with them guessing the angle of my up B. Because that means I skipped like the part of them actually covering the startup of my up B. Like I got to avoid that part. And the issue with like edge guarding this way is like when you're guessing this way, this is how you get reversal a lot, because now I have center stage, right?
Yeah. No.
And if he were to cover me going to center stage by back airing here and I go to ledge, now I have a ledge dash, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and this in my opinion is really really bad edge guarding, just because again he's giving up all his like his threat. I haven't burned the only resource I've burned is falling, but like now by here it's like I can see that he's on the ledge. And it's like, dude, you can't even hit me here.
Oh, so you just reacted to that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna be high.
But like, imagine if like he didn't run off here and he stayed still. Then it's like if he stays still, then it's like, man, yeah, he can still full hop out here if he wants to. and he's still covering a ledge if he wants to. Like if you stand still here as Falco and you're worried about like side B to ledge or whatever, like you can still cover that by standing still and doing a runoff, like a delayed runoff to catch it. Does that make sense? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Like this is a really, really good example of like bad edge guarding.
Yeah, this situation happens to me all the time actually, because
Yeah.
I do grab ledge to cover Fox doing like. So I feel like Foxes will like take the hit and then immediately side beat a ledge, and like
Yeah.
I didn't get on ledge, so they get there. So.
But you
This
see
makes a lot more
the
sense.
misconception with this, because like
Yeah.
if he hit this, if he just double jump back here, people would think that's good edge guarding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just 'cause it hit.
Yeah, just because it hit. So it's like I want to give you the system to edge guard rather than like the answers to just hit.
Yeah.
You know? Okay.
No, that makes again. I never thought about this. So
Gotcha.
That helps a lot.
Okay, so let me show you this for recovering, and this will make edge guarding make a lot more sense as well. It's one of these. It's this one. Okay, so like I stole this recovery from Magi, and I was very curious as to like why she was doing it. But like if you shine stall, and Fox happens to run off the stage preemptively, you can always react and time your side B. So like if you see what I'm doing here, it's like I'm shine stalling, I'm waiting for Fox to like make his decision first. And if he ever runs off, then I would just time my side B with that.
Okay.
So like, in my opinion, this runoff like double jump, this early runoff is an example of like bad edge guarding to an extent,
Yeah.
because like you're running off like during my like reaction point. Like I'm still shine stalling and I'm just waiting.
Yeah. I mean, Foxes catch with the runoff nair all the time too, and I've never done that. Trying to
Yeah, exactly. And it's like there are some mix-ups to it. Fox can do things like he can run here and he can do that, of course.
Mhm.
And you can't really tell the difference between that. But like, there's the risk involved with that. Is like sometimes you will get side B. So it's like that's not how you would want to be edge guarding. When you're wrong, you're dying. That's why I call this one bad edge guarding as well. Like this is not how I would edge guard,
Right.
in my opinion. So like, some ways I would do it is like I would either turn my back here to threaten grabbing ledge really late, while still keeping like my up tilt, and while still threatening like let's see, while still threatening to cover this, right? Like I still want my threats. But if I run off here, I lose my threat of covering this. Now I have to read the angle. I lose my threat of like covering like the side B as well as efficiently, because I'm getting like I have risk of like getting side B spiked if I'm trying to grab the ledge, or if I'm trying to do like the rising drill, then they can just like time their side B. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Perfect. So now that all of that is like kind of taken care of with edge guarding, now we can like go back and look at your edge guardings, and now whenever you look at your edge guards, check first which resource that they burn, and depending on which resource they burn, you have to take a different route. And this is the same for edge guarding Marth as well. Like your starter, a lot of times when you edge guard Marth, is the timing. You grab ledge, and if your timing happens to line up with something like a side B, to where they're still in their side B lag, then you might have time to do a refresh, and you don't even have to be perfect for it, because they don't have time to like fall and hit you with the up B because they're still in their side B lag. But it's like it all depends. But if they like double jump during your ledge wrap timing, then you shouldn't do like your up B refresh, because you should take a different route then, because like your starter did not line up with what you wanted.
Yeah.
Same for like if they fast fall when you grab ledge at a certain timing, you have to take a different route as well. You can't always do regular get up. But you're just always checking your resource, checking their resource when you choose your starter.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now we can go back to watching your game. Now that we got that out of the way. But okay, like now when you look at this edge guard, it makes a little bit more sense as to where it went wrong.
Yeah, like even doing that, do you like? So like, do you think the wave land off initially is what put me in the bad, like as like a kind of a bad starter?
No,
I guess because like
I thought the wave land off like could be fine because again, like this isn't like I don't even consider this like an edge guard really.
No, it's such a weird spot.
Like he has access to double jump landing on stage. Like the way I categorize a lot of edge guards are can they double jump and land on stage? Can they double jump and grab the ledge? Or can they double jump and not grab the ledge? And this is like one of the ones where they can double jump, grab the ledge, and or land on stage. And it's like, man, at that point, it's like there's like 20 different mix-ups. There's a whole lot going on. So it's like, I don't even hate what you did, right? Like, if he wants to up you up here, that's fine. You're in a good position to, like, deal with the aftermath of that. If he wants to drop inside B to the ledge, that's fine. Like, you keep your center stage. I actually think what you did was really good. I think what he did was really bad because, like, you could forward smash, you can up tilt, you can shield this, you could dash attack. Like, he put himself in a position where that interacts really well with, like, a lot of your things.
Yeah, okay, but I just didn't react to missing, and then I got reversaled. Like, I could have shielded and then wave dash out. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I actually think you chose, like, a really bad recovery. Yeah, this is good. Let's look at this. I think this forward throw is good. And, like, when you grab this, you should be, like, aware that, like, they did not burn their double jump resource yet. The resource they burned was, like, shine stalling and then a delayed double jump. So, like, here, I feel like you might have got off the ledge a bit too early.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because this is about his peak. And I feel like to hit this side B, you don't need to be off the ledge this early.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to look at this a bit more. Because if he side B now, right at you, like, you just don't care. Because you're just going to keep holding the ledge. Like, you want to use all your invincibility. I feel like you didn't. Yeah, this is the issue. You didn't use all your invincibility either.
Okay.
And it's like, you didn't, like, you're still invincible here, and you don't need to be invincible to back air at this range. That's, like, my biggest issue with, like, how early you got off. Does that, like, kind of make some sense?
Yeah. I mean, no, that does. So I guess, like, when you're edge guarding Fox doing a side B like that, like, I should just react to the side B and back air, right? Like, that's how that should. Okay.
Yeah.
But you think my initial coverage, I guess, of going to the ledge versus him dropping down like that?
I think this like, your starter was great.
Okay.
Yeah. I just think you should have waited.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because, like, if he side B's here, it is net play. I get that. But, like, this is a spot where you could react to, like, this side B with back air.
Yeah, I should hit those, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. Also, the other thing with, like, using all your invincibility is you will cover, like, side B the ledge right here. Just naturally, you will cover it because you're using all your invincibility and checking, like, what he's doing. Like, you want to be, like, kind of mirroring him at all times when you're edge guarding.
Mm-hmm.
But I think edge guarding, like, I think there's two forms of, like, bad edge guarding. It's, like, edge guarding where you're getting reversal, and there's, like, edge guarding when you're just, like, not mirroring them. You're going too early and kind of just throwing your safe mix-ups out there. And it's like that type of edge guarding looks really good when it works, but, like, when it doesn't, it's like, oh, you're just missing value here. Like, you should have still been on the ledge. And now, you'd be ready, because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Like, you just had, like, a lot of time to react to that one.
Yeah, that's way more. Yeah, I honestly think that I don't go for the reaction a lot, too. Like, I think I do just, like, cover the timing and where I think it'll happen instead of actually reacting to seeing the startup.
Yeah.
So I definitely have to do that.
And to be fair, like, there are times when you do have to go early. When they're a bit closer, when you don't have a lot of invincibility. So, like, I don't know, something that could have happened here is he couldn't have shine stall, and he could have double jumped already. And if he double jumped already, he'd have, like, I feel like he'd have more time to, like, potentially wait you out, or, like, side B early. Does that make sense? Like, he could have been double
Yeah.
jumping now, and he could side B early. But since he didn't, he shine stall, it's like, oh, you can just use all your invincibility before you have to make your decision here.
Right. And so the other side of this would be too, like, if like if he had done the early side B, like, I probably just don't get the edge guard at that point because of my starter. Like, I probably just don't cover it. You think?
Yeah. Well, like,
then,
if he had did double jump side B on stage, then it's like, yes, you don't get, like, the edge guard you wanted, but you're safe. You can ledge dash. You can side B from ledge. You know, like, you're still fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But, like, what you did, I feel like, lined up with what you wanted. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Yep.
This shine stall, again, this is like when we were just looking at the recovery that I just showed you. This shine stall is like a counter to that. So, like, imagine if, like, instead of doing your wave dash off, you ran off and, like, did double jump laser or double jump down air. Then you would have lost the situation, right?
Yeah.
Because that shine stall beats those run off options. But you didn't do that. You did something better. So, like, in theory, he lost this little mini game.
Yeah.
This shine stall is a read on you doing run off double jump. Not a read on you grabbing ledge. It's an awful read on you grabbing ledge. If he thinks you're going to grab ledge, he wants to double jump early.
Right. Yeah. That definitely makes sense.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, man, you lined up with him. This should be like an easy edge guard, and then you went too early. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. I like that. Oh, I feel like you had your read.
I think I probably should just back aired or something. Like,
it looks like you turned around to, like, assuming he was going to double jump. Like, I like the inch up.
I did.
Yeah. I think you should off tilt it. Or, like, or you could have back aired. But it's like, I get that you're probably, like, scared that he's going to, like, double jump and drift back and side V or whatever, and you took, like, the safest route. But my issue with that is, like, if you were going to take that route, then you didn't even need to, like, bait him with your movement. Because, like, you take a risk by moving in here to bait him, right? And then you put yourself in a position to cover exactly what you're looking for, and then you dash back laser anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, if that was the case, you didn't need to do the bait. You know what I mean? You could have just stood here.
Yeah, you're definitely right.
Yeah. This is, like, kind of like this is different from the Edgeguarding thing, but this is something different. Melee's too difficult to talk about, because, like, we can move away from that, but, like, this type of thinking could lead to, like, other problems.
Yeah, definitely. That makes sense.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, no. I think you just messed up, right?
Yeah, like, I wanted it to go the other way.
Okay.
And, like, do you think that was fine, I guess, though, to go for, like, reverse back air here, as opposed to, like, up airing or something? Like,
I think the back air was fine. I just also... I wouldn't L cancel it. I would have done, like, another dash dance here. I would dash back here and then dash in, and then auto cancel this back air, so I can, like, combo it into down smash if he DIs in.
Well, I never thought about that being the reason why.
Yeah.
Because I usually go for, like, the fast fall.
No, yeah.
Like, no matter what.
If you have time to, like, let them land into it, you want them, like, lower and lower. So I would have done that little extra dash to actually get them lower.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, no. Okay. Oh.
There was, like, yeah.
Like, so he doesn't have his resource, right?
Yeah, he lost the jump.
Yeah. Let me think. You hard read, like, you just hard read ledge, and I feel like because he doesn't have his jump, because he doesn't have, like, shine stall timings or mix-ups like that, how he gets to the ledge here is very limited. Like, there's only one route and one timing. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With side B, at least. So, like, I think your intuition to cover ledge is fine, but I think the way you did it is risky. And, like, not risky, but it's just, like, it's not efficient. Like, you could do, like, run off double jump, like, aerial, right? You could just run off and shine stall. Like, I think shine stalling here is probably the best thing to do because he doesn't have his shine stall mixed up. And it's just like you shine stall and you check. You check this recovery, and this recovery. And you just don't care about the below recoveries. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this one's more so like which option you should have done. Because, like, you successfully, like, eliminated his resources.
So like the shine stall, just like shine stall turn around and
Yeah.
then just react to the side B and
And
kill him if he does it.
even if you wanted to be safer, you could have lasered here. And then,
I was
like, you can laser to cover this and then run off to cover low. But
That's
there
what I
are,
was thinking, I guess, is like the lasering versus just like trying to cover it with an aerial.
yeah, yeah. Like, I don't think there's one specific way you could have gone about this, but, like, yeah. And even if you were going to grab the ledge, I think you would have needed to grab it a lot quicker. Like, right now.
Like instantly.
Yeah, like, you need to be on the ledge, like, turning around, ledge dash, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Like, you don't start your wave dash for 15 frames.
Yeah. So at
And
that
it's
point,
like-
I'm pretty much just staying on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I
So
should have just covered from
yeah, and it's like if you were already on the ledge now, then you could back air this, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Or you could also like ledge dash this or whatever. But you got to the ledge so late that now it's like it is spooky. So I think
Yeah.
maybe my issue more so is just with how slow you got to the ledge. I still think I would have gone about it with a different way, like with a shine saw maybe. But if I were gonna grab ledge, it needs to be like it just needed to be way quicker.
Yeah. I was always confused, I guess, with like setting up the shine stall because like when I look at this situation right now, I feel like in my head like I'd be like too slow to like run off, shine stall, turn around, and then back air him on reaction, especially if he mixes up between like going higher and lower. It's like where would you place the shine stall, I guess?
Like right here. The thing is the mix up isn't like how do I put this? Like he only has one angle to like go about this. He only has one angle and he only has like let's say 3 timings. He can side be here, and he can side be here, and he can side be here. There's no other side Bs he can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like he's very limited with his resources. Any lower side B is death. Any lower up B is like you just follow that flow chart.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing with the shine stall is like if he does up B here as well, you're shine stalling here, and it's like you still covering that.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I felt like the shine stall was better. But even if I don't know, even if you grab ledge early and he up Bs, I think you're still in a really really good spot. That's also why I could see like myself lasering really quickly to just hit this side B and potential up B and then running off preemptively because like only 2 things can happen. Either this laser is going to hit him or he's going to fall below it. But like either way, I have a contingency for both because I'm running off regardless after the laser.
I see. Yeah.
I'm not going to laser and see what he does because it's not like I need to see if he has this double jump or if he's going to double jump or if he's going to shine. So I was like, no, you're on a timer. Like you have like a second left to make your decision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. This is always I don't know if you ever saw my like Twitter thread about like edgeguarding being offense and defense, and like I always said that edgeguarding felt more like defense. Just because this person's on the shot clock, they can't like wait. You have the luxury of waiting. They don't. Right?
Yeah. Now that I see this, now I understand what that meant for sure.
Yeah. I'm glad. And it's like you're taking away their resources, and like I don't know, you're just blocking them. They're trying to like effectively score by getting on stage. I know people always say like scoring is like taking a stock, and I think that's just like there's more nuance to it. Scoring, in my opinion, is like I mean taking a stock is more like winning the quarter, so to speak. But there's like I don't know, there's like 20 to 30 different like point exchanges in every like interaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm glad. Ouch.
I guess where I get stuck with things like this though is like deciding what option to pick from there because it's like okay, I could have lasered and I could have done the runoff shine stall, and then it's like
Yeah.
what even determines which one I would want to do, I guess, because it almost sounds like they both covered the same thing. Like, in a way, like if I had run off shine stall, turnaround, Baird, it would have beat those side B timings And if I lasered and then grab ledge or something, or lasered then run off down air, it would have beat those
Hmm.
side B timings. So it's
I
like
agree with
what
you.
is better to do is, I guess, what I'm thinking now.
Yeah, the best way to figure that out is to like kind of lab it.
Sure. Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
like if you do want to figure out what is your easiest way or what is your most comfortable way of edge guarding someone who doesn't have their double jump, who and they're this close to the stage, then like that is something that you gotta like sit down and figure out. And it's also like there's things to check. How much time do you have? In that case, you did have time to run off and shine. So you also had time to laser. You also had time to grab ledge. So now you have to figure out which one is like the most effective. Which one can you hit the most consistently? But
Okay.
there are going to be situations where you're not going to have time for one of them, even if Fox still doesn't have his resources available. You know what I mean? Like you guys might
Sure.
trade nares or something, and you're in some lag, but he still doesn't have his double jump. But now you don't have time to laser, you don't have time to run off shine, so you need to wave that your ledge. So it's like it's important to know um, when you lab it with different frame advantage, just to make sure like you know what to do when these circumstances like come up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Up tilt. Oh,
Yeah, I tried to like wave dash and shine, and I think.
I mean again like reaction points. This nair, you do
Yep.
your nair.
Oh.
Like the way I've been kind of describing reaction points or like using it to help me like understand them better is like when I do something, I am prepared for the worst and reacting to the best. And what that means is I'm gonna do this nair assuming it's gonna miss because there's no benefit to me focusing on if it hits because I'm just gonna react to if it hits, right?
Mhm.
It's like that's pretty easy to react to if it hits. So it's like, okay, I think my opponent is going to avoid this nair. That's what I'm focused on. And when I do this nair, I'm just like, oh, okay, they double jumped. Great. I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to up tilt them because, like, what else are they going to do?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm
Yep.
prepared for the worst outcome of them avoiding my nair. Like, there's just no added benefit to, like, preparing for the nair hitting in a situation like
Yeah.
this, right? He's at 98. Like, you're not going to combo this nair anyway.
Hmm. Yeah, I definitely just reacted way later and then thought I only had time to like avoid it and with punishment.
Mm-hmm.
But I could have definitely. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know. You just got reversal and whatever.
Yep.
Oh,
That
I
was
don't.
horrible.
I don't know why you wave dash.
Um, I think it's just like a habit I have off some hits where like I try to like wave dash and see if I could like wave dash down smash or something after.
Is
Because I
that
know that
it?
happens off some hits there, but maybe I'm wrong. But I just know I've done that before.
I feel like in my mind, what I think you were going for was you weren't sure if he was going to shield or not, and you were ready to like downer shine, and then you noticed that the downer hit, and the way you reacted out of it wasn't with dash; it was with wave dash. That's just my guess because I've done stuff like this before too. It's like you don't know this downer's going to hit, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it does.
Okay. I just think you probably could have given yourself a bit more time before holding down in this situation. That is my only real thought on this. Because if you like were still standing still here, then this was like easy, like dash attack, dash back air, forward smash, even walk forward smash. So maybe that's something to think about. Is like when you do like when your downer knocks them over or whatever, you don't always want to shine after. Like maybe you want to start buffering and walk instead. Maybe you don't want to hold down the shine instead every time.
And you're definitely able to react to like if in this situation if it had just hit their shield or if you like made contact and they
Well, here's the
got hit
thing:
by it. Like
is like if it hit their shield, then like I think they have the advantage.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So like you could probably react to it with something. like shine or dash back or something. But like, I don't think you can react to it in a way that like you're gonna win the situation if the fox is on point. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I know I just throw out those downers without really reacting to anything a lot versus Fox. Like I feel like I try to like definitely just hit him with downers sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which that's probably just something that has to change, but I'm not sure.
These edge guards are weird. The way I view these edge guards is I either read them sweet spotting or going slightly above the ledge. You read them going slightly above the ledge, but again, like you need to be safe after. You need to always have contingencies.
Yeah, I've been getting told recently that versus that like tech side B that I have to just shine Barrett before they get the
yeah.
like. And I've been trying to do that. I didn't do it here because I just thought he would go over the ledge and this wouldn't happen.
Honestly, if you're reacting like better, then you probably. I wonder if you even needed to refresh. Like, because this is like an Armada Shine back air spot. Right? Because there's not a lot he can do. He has to up B. So if you just like sat on the ledge without refreshing and then saw his up B, then you could just drop down and like Armada Shine back there, right? Like,
oh, I never even thought of that. Okay.
Yeah. It's really something that I want to do more as well. Because I think I also would have done this refresh, and I think I also would have been in a similar spot where I had to like take a guess. But I don't think you needed to guess here. Like he's falling from back air, and it's like I don't know, he's limited to where he can up B. He can't like get here and up B. It's like his range for double jump up B is like right here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can cover all of that with the drop down shine. So you didn't need to refresh. That's my like take on this right now.
Okay.
And you get reversal again.
And then just in terms of edge guarding the tech side B though, like if it was a different position but the same thing happened, like you would just have to like shine back air it.
Yeah, I guess. But if I did this back air, like again, this is kind of the it's a situation where it is better to assume the worst. Because the best case is he's just dead. You don't need to react to him being dead. You need to react to like him doing some freaky shit. So I would be expecting something like tech wall jump side B, tech instant side B, tech wall jump up B. I'd be prepped for that. And it looks like you were not prepped for that because you sat there. And
yeah, no, I thought you would die.
Yeah. Like no, you need to be like always assuming that they're gonna get out of it. There's just no benefit to like the other way.
Yeah.
Other than like comfort. It's comforting to like assume that they're gonna die.
Yeah.
But you know. Yeah, like trying to like this is kind of the same problem, like at first. Like trying to combo this into shine is just like greedy.
Yeah.
And it puts you in these weird spots. But it's like, man, if you just like you take this down there and then you like try and outplay the situation and like maybe dash back or something, then maybe you like see that he's just shining in the I don't know. And then he's double jumping. And it's like now he's double jumping on FD. That's great.
Yeah,
that's like
great situation.
That's like a win con for Falco in this. But now it's like now he's double jumping and landing on top of you. Now you're shielding. He doesn't know if the drill is gonna hit you or not, but he's gonna drill up to it regardless. And now you're in this situation and yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you miss your shot at shield. Matchup looks so funny when you break it down. It's just like, oh, I'm kind of just giving them things sometimes.
Yeah, it definitely looks like I'm just like, I mean, what you're saying is right. Like, I'm just not reacting to these positions and being ready for their counterplay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we haven't talked too much about neutral. I don't know how many lessons you plan on taking, but we can do that like another time.
Yeah, I mean, like that. I think that was definitely like a bad day. I feel like when I look at what I should have done instead, it's like I probably should have like just played out the situation a little longer with like just trying to like laser him in the corner and play from box in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just thought I could hit that.
Yeah. I'm not even going to rewind that because I feel like you know why you messed that up.
Yeah.
Okay. I do want to see if you get like another edge guard situation that's not something freaky like this. Yeah, got Like, when I do this, I'm like, yeah, they're about to wall jump. They're teching this. Like, I don't know. I'm not even forward tilt. I'm doing a combination of forward tilt, run off shine, or shielding, or back airing, or up tilting. I'm doing something.
Yeah, to cover that. Dude, what I was trying to do was like dash back, crouch cancel, I think I remember. Or that was like in my head. Yeah, you're right. That's what ended up happening. But I remember I just thought I could do that. Like I'd be able to back up, crouch cancel it, then shine him or something. But I don't think that makes any sense at all. Like I definitely should just F tilt him or something. Or
you have really good lasers over, like a good laser pattern for jumping over the power shield.
Oh, thanks.
Up tilt. Okay. Yeah, again, like, the reason I don't like this is because I would have done a dash dance and kept my momentum moving forward with this back air.
Yeah, this happens to me all the time, so that's really good advice.
Yeah, like, you'd be right here. Hard. He'd still be getting hit like this. He'd also be a little bit lower, and you'd be right here. So then maybe you can, like, down smash.
Yeah, that makes way more sense. I always wondered why my backers don't work out that way a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we checked the resource. He double jumped, right?
Yep.
All right. Now here, like, what are his options?
This position confuses me a lot, actually, when I'm here after I hit the laser. So, like,
okay,
in my first, I don't know if this is what I'll end up doing, but, like, from here, I'm like, okay, I feel like I need to either laser him again or grab the ledge. Once he doesn't have his resources and he's, like, falling here.
Uh-huh.
And, like, I don't know, but it feels like if they just keep mashing the side B over and over again, that I'd have to just keep lasering it to a certain point.
Yeah, okay.
And so but maybe I'm wrong about that.
Well, this is perfect because this is kind of similar to the situation before where you could have lasered him, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, you don't have as much time to, like, grab the ledge. You're not as close to run off the stage. So now you need a different game plan. Right.
Yeah.
So, like, when I see this, again, kind of go into this with the mentality of, like, you can't cover everything. It's not how the game's going to work here. You don't have, like, the time and resources to. Maybe if you could grab ledge, then maybe. But, like, here, again, Fox is either going to up B or he's going to side B. Right? If we're kind of ignoring dropping below stage. Because dropping below stage, last stock, is a death sentence. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, up B or side B. We can break it down and, like, kind of look at this like we're explaining it to, like, 5-year-olds. If we think they're going to side B.
That's perfect, yeah.
Yeah. Like, we think they're going to side B. What are some things we could do?
So, if I think he's going to side B from the position I'm at,
mm-hmm.
I think I'd be able to. Well, obviously I could, like, aerial in place, but that wouldn't be good if they went to ledge. Like, I feel like I could run off aerial versus Fox's side B here. Maybe I'm wrong.
Let's see, maybe.
But
so
like, I don't know. I would think dashing. The laser again. But...
What? So, like, remember when I said, like, in the earlier edge guard, I said that if I did the laser, I'd be moving forward no matter what.
Yeah.
This is one of those situations where I'd be walking forward or moving forward in some way, no matter what. You should already be, like, here.
Okay.
And the thing is, when you're here already, now you can forward tilt this. You could run off double jump down air it. And if he up Bs, you have a spot where you can, like, run off double jump down there. So, like, here. This is one of those situations where, like, I would set this up. I'll set this up for you right quick so we can kind of go over it. So Fox double jumps back and falls into a laser. Okay, perfect. Let's just set this up and then we can kind of, like, stop there.
Okay.
It might take a little bit longer. I don't know how much time you have, but...
No, yeah, I have whatever amount of time, so...
Okay, perfect. I mean, as someone who's also missed this edge guard before, like, you know, I get it. So, let me think on how I want to set this up. Like something like that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much. I think it's a little lower, but
maybe something like this. So like. Okay. Perfect. So we'll do side B, side B. Why can't I side B, side B? Oh, I'm not. Okay, okay. I was like, man, what the heck? There's no way my text was that bad. Okay. So like, yeah, this might be a situation where like I'm a laser and I'm running off no matter what.
So you just never stop moving forward, basically.
Yeah, let me see if I can actually. Yeah, you see how I don't have like time? Oops.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, I definitely see that.
Okay, but now like let's say if I were to do something like that, then like this is still gonna cover everything.
And you just react while you're running forward to the fact that it's a up B instead, and then.
I think so. Like, I think just being able to move forward here and get yourself in a position where you could potentially react to it, it's just worth it. Like, because something I might do is like, I might do this laser and then like, fucking, if I wanted to side B, I might turn my back as well. This is kind of hard. But you kind of get what I mean by like, I'm doing this. But like, if I'm doing this, I'm giving up that, right?
Yeah, that's
like,
literally what always happens to me is I just shoot the lasers in place and then I feel like I like get nothing done on the edge guard.
Yeah. So the purpose of the first laser is so you can like close the space and then get there in time, it feels like.
Yeah. Okay, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Like there's, I don't know, there's multiple ways you can probably deal with this. This isn't the exact like black and white like replica of it, but this is like a good place to start, it feels like. But you see how like in both of those situations I would never like, I don't want a double laser. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely not.
Because like sometimes laser might not even hit like the alt B. I think the double laser just feels like comforting.
Yeah, I really did think that if he spammed side B, I had to just keep lasering it. But knowing that I can just laser, move forward, and then set up for the next part of the edge guard, that like is definitely correct.
Yeah. Because like, I don't know, this is a... This is me just like spamming the side B. I can jump over it, but like I think in the case, in like your case, he couldn't jump over the laser. That's why like I'm ignoring that one. But yeah, if he gets hit by this laser, like his side B timing is limited. I can't delay it if I'm gonna side B because this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like yeah, I guess like this should still work. You just have to time it differently. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Like you do have to adjust a little bit.
And the adjustment is just made and you're reacting though, right?
Yeah.
Like it's okay. That's not so bad.
Yeah. This is almost like how manual edge guards. Like I do think optimally, like this is probably the best thing to do because like you're going to be in a position to deal with that. So like could laser and then you're back airing that. Like if you can get to the ledge in time, that might be the best thing to do after the laser.
I do. Yeah.
but then sometimes they might make it on stage. So like, man, it depends on so much.
Yeah. No, but at least I have like a framework for dealing with it.
Yeah.
Like that's like I'm fine if they go over me or something or the other thing happens. That's fine.
Yeah. Like the options, I want you to kind of look into yourself, but I want you to always kind of operate under this system.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that helps a lot.
Okay. Cool. Okay. I think that's an hour.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you going over a little bit too. Thanks.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, let me know how this works out. Like, I'm always curious if people like find success with their edge guarding or whatever after explaining it to them, like under this light, all those things. And if you have more questions about it, feel free to message me.
Okay. Yeah. No, we'll do. Thank you so much. I think that was actually really, really helpful.
Okay, cool. I'm glad.
So yeah, thanks a lot.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, you too.